New Bodega sale. Okay, we're live. Ano ka ngayon? Hello guys. Mark here, Sarsicle TV. So tonight we will have a little, konting singing, and I'd like to talk about the recently held Bodega sale by ARMSCOR. This is the second Bodega sale of the year, and it was held from October 20th up until October 23rd. So that was just pretty much last week. Very nice, very nice. Okay. So for those who are not familiar with the event, it's a bodega sale, because their factory is located in Marikina, and the event, or the sale event is held at their firing range, which is next to the factory. Very great discounts are available. So it actually ranges. It ranges depending on the chambering or the caliber of the platform. Usually there are most of the products are 1911s, but there are also other mix and model. There's the CZ platform. There's the High Point, and there are also what do you call this? Those long firearms, shotguns, carbine, rifles. The list goes on. So let's kick things off with some of my, some of the songs that I grew up to. Tak. Pa-favorite ko to. Let's check this out. Yan. Yes, sir. Okay. Sangkis nga dyan. He will paint the light and shade, colors and the trees. He will climb the steepest hill, believing what he sees. He will lay down on the ground beneath the old oak tree. He will sleep forever if you try to set him free. Yea, sail on the wings of a cloud, where to, well, nobody knows, and cry if you want her to see. Die every day to be free. Be proud, the colors that you call your own. Be loud, speak out when you want the world to know. Be strong, hold the flame for everyone to see. Be weak if you want to love. Yes, sir. Will paint the endless sea a mystery to me. He will reach out for the sun, not dreaming what he sees. He will fall down on his knees, angel touching grounds, takes him to the other side, sweet love is coming down. Yeah, sail on the wings of the cloud, where to, well, nobody knows, and cry if you wanted to see. Die every day to be free. Be proud to wear the colors that you call your own. Be loud, speak out when you want the world to know. Be strong, hold the flame for everyone to see. Be we. So if you want to sail on the wings of a cloud, where to, well, nobody knows. Cry if you want them to see. Die every day to be free. Proud to wear the colors that you call your own. Be loud, speak out when you want the world to know. Be strong, now hold the flame for everyone to see. Be we. If you want to love, daming kiss na. Yes. So going back, yung Bodega sale, I went there. Kailan nga ba kami nagpunta doon? 22nd, it was a Friday. So very nice weather. Nakisama siya yung the previous Bodega sale, it was like raining bad na it actually got moved, if I remember correctly, or not a lot of people were able to go because of the flooding situation nun. Yan. So the way it's set up, there are when you enter the compound, there are several tents, and for every tent is an ARMSCOR branch. So there's the Squires Bingham branch, there's the Marikina branch, Cebu, I'm not sure, Davao, there is the Tarlac branch, and so on and so forth. So for every tent, they have their own, the units that they are selling. The best practice, if you are, especially for those who are going there for the first time, or those who are keen in buying, is, you visit every tent first. Check out the prices, take note of if you have a unit in mind already, take note of the price. Start with the price and then check the other stuff like the features and what have you. And for those who are unable to go to the event, that's why I have a copy of I took a video of the event. It's 4 parts and a little over 10 minutes each. It shows the models and both the regular and the reduced price, so that you have an idea how much you are saving when you go to that event. So most units are, the 1911 platform, and then there's a plethora of, of variants there. There's the single stack, there is the high cap or high capacity. High capacity being referring to the magazine. A single stack can accommodate, generally 8 rounds. When we say when we say high cap, it can accommodate up to using the base maga, the original magazine, no modifications, between 13 to 14 rounds. So there are units as low as 9,000. So that's the one they were advertising, the 9mm 1911 platform. The classic, it really looks like the first issue, the GI, first issued 1911s, wooden grips, and then it's black or blued finish, iron sights. So very basic unit, but it does the job. You know, tulad nga nung sinabi sa anong program yon, yung nakalimutan ko yung sa bladed weapon, it can kill. Ayan. So there are also there are other models where it has optics already, or there are dots in the sight for ease in terms of aiming. There are also the chromed models if you want your firearm to shine bright like a diamond. What I did not notice is that there were no units anymore that had ARMSCOR markings. The new marking is Rock Island Armory. So it's pretty much just the same company. So the only difference is if it has the marking ARMSCOR, it just means that it was manufactured during the time when the name of the so it's not so old, but it was a couple of years when it was a couple of years back when it was built or manufactured. But since it's steel, you don't have to worry, so it does not really affect the quality. There's this 1911 that I like because of the finish. It's like a digital cam. It has the digital camo finish, and it's like medium sized, so it's easy to conceal. And also, it's already it has the bull barrel. A bull barrel is basically the barrel is made thicker and much heavier, making it much heavier. So that means that the weight of the gun or the barrel also manages the recoil, so that it does not flip too much as you hold it. It's more manageable when the slide moves back when you fire a round. Okay, so what else did I? Yeah, so there's the the high point. In my opinion, aesthetically, it's ugly, very ugly. But if I had the in terms of pricing, I would say that if I had that exact amount of money, I wouldn't buy the high point, because I would still go for a 1911 or maybe a rifle, chambered in 22 caliber, more fun to shoot for me, and it's the round is cheaper. I would pick I would pick a 1911 for the reason that the prices, or no, not the prices, the parts. It's easier to find parts. It's easier to get accessories, to make it look better, or if you want to really personalize it, go for the I would go for the 1911. Or if I'm more of just a home defense guy, I won't really use it that often, then I would go for probably a shotgun. There's a shotgun that was like half the price of the high point pistol. So just imagine the savings with the same peace of mind. And whenever you see a shotgun, personally, it has that scare factor, especially when you hear the sound when you pump the shotgun and load the first round. It has that distinct sound. If you do not know the sound, watch those action movies. That I think. Let me see if I have it in my effects. I don't know. Not that one. No, it's more of a pumping sound. Okay, so for those who are really those who are enthusiasts like me, there are also mid-range 1911s that are in the mid-range, or some in the high end that has more features. And when I purchased my first firearm, I didn't know a lot, but given the chance to go back to buy if I am able to go back in time to buy my first firearm, I wouldn't. Probably the only change that I did would be I would have gotten the high cap version of the firearm that I currently own. So instead of a single stack, I would have gone for a high cap. But I'd like the exact same model, but instead of single stack, I would go for high cap. There you go. Yes, another. So there's all. So speaking of carbine and high point, there's also the high point carbine. I forget the ST something, ST9, ST45, something like that. Again, not the best looking carbine, but of course it's not just about the looks, but I did held that carbine to see how heavy it is, and it's like super. It's heavy. Probably the only good thing about it would be that when something's heavy, you know, it also manages the recoil. Also, if it's heavy, you can actually feel the money that you spent. But ARs. Right now, we do not have like ARs chambered in, or ARMSCOR does not sell ARs that are chambered in pistol caliber, as far as I know. Or maybe there are, but these are more of imports. So let me know in the comments if you've seen one. But I'm hoping in the future that they decide to venture in the AR platform, and you know, more on pistol calibers, and hopefully just like the STK pistol that they released, hopefully it also accepts Glock magazines. So one of the another unit that I did like that they were selling there was the Alpha Competition. It's a shotgun, somewhere around the 20,000 price range. And what I like about it is its tubular magazine is a bit extended. So the traditional shotgun, if I'm not mistaken, it can accommodate somewhere between 6 to 8 rounds. So when you extend it, when you put an additional, an extension tube, it would accommodate somewhere around, I guess, 9 rounds or 9 plus 1. So you add 1 in the chamber as well. So for the price, it's a I believe it's a good buy. It's just more of preference if you are up for the the shotguns it's a pretty powerful round, stronger. So the what you hear is true. It has some kick behind it when you fire it. Okay, let's try another song. Song. Tong da tong tong. Si ano pala to, si Raymond nandito eh. Good evening, Pops. EOP. Ay. Yan. Ay. Okay. May sounds ba? Nice. How long will I slide, separate my side? I don't believe it's bad. Slit my throat, it's all I ever. I heard your voice through a photograph. I thought it brought up the past. Once you know you can never go back, I've gotta take it on the other side. Centuries are what it meant to me. A cemetery where a Mary's a sea. Stranger things could never change my mind. I've gotta take it on the other side. Take it on the other side. Take it on. Take it on. How long will I slide? Separate my side. Oh, I don't believe it's bad. Slit my throat, it's all I ever. Pour my life into a paper cup. The ashtray's full and I'm spilling my guts. She wants to know, am I still her slut? I've gotta take it on the other side. The scarlet starlet and she's in my bed. A candidate for my soulmate bed. Push the trigger and pull the thread. I've gotta take it on the other side. Take it on the other side. Take it on. Take it on. How long will I slide? Separate my side. I don't believe it's bad. Slit my throat, it's all I ever. Turn me on, take me for a hard ride. Burn me out, leave me on the other side. I yell and tell it and it's not my friend. I tear it down and then it's born again. Yes sir, rock and roll. Just like separate my side. I don't believe it's bad. Slit my throat, it's all I ever. How long? For those who just joined, so yung topic ko for today is yung recently concluded na ARMSCOR na Bodega sale. So we are talking real steel. Yan. Yes sir. Pa ba meron? Yan. Hirit pa tayo ng isa pang one more before we continue with the topic. Tak tak tak. Tung. Baby said you have to be a lover, one way or the other. Nobody wins without once giving in, so don't cry now. Love is just a game you play in high school. Girls know how to be cruel. Most of the time, girls are cruel to be kind, so don't cry now. Ooh, don't cry now. And we try to be cool as we dance in a crowded room. At the end of the day, making love to a paper moon. And she she said, boys do fall in love. They make time, they get love on a Saturday night. And she said, hearts beat as they dance in the street to a radio. Oh, boys fall in love. Baby knows I like to be excited. No one wants to fight it. It's getting late, so I'll just demonstrate. Don't cry now. Ooh, don't cry now. And we try to be cool as we dance in a crowded room. At the end of the day, making love to a paper moon. And she said, boys do fall in love. They make time, they get love on Saturday night. And she said, hearts beat as they dance in the street to a radio. Oh, boys fall in love. Boys. Boys, oh, boys, 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 boys do fall in love. They make time, they get love on a Saturday night. And she said, hearts beat as they dance to the street to a radio. Oh, boys do fall in love. They make time, they get love on a Saturday night. And she says, hearts beat as they dance in the street to the radio. Oh, boys do fall in love. They make time. I'm fading. They get love on a Saturday night. Diba? May fading effect din tayo. Yes, sir. Yan, resume tayo. Yan, STK100. This is the latest product ni ARMSCOR. It's a steel striker-fired na pistol that accepts Glock magazine, chambered in 9mm. Hopefully in the future, no, other calibers na rin, 40, 45, may 10mm pa yan. So what I like about this one, or for me, I see this as a potential na Glock killer. Kasi ako talaga personally, I'm not a fan of polymer pistols. If there is a choice between steel and polymer, syempre dun pa rin tayo sa steel, sa conventional na sa make ng isang firearm. Ano pa ba maganda sa kanya? Price point actually. When it was announced, I was thinking na sabi ko yung the price point of this firearm would be somewhere between sabi ko ay yung CZ clone nila na map and an actual Glock 17 or a Glock pistol. Sabi ko siguro mga around 35k yan. Pero it turns out it's somewhere in the a little saan ba yun? Less than 30k. So medyo naman. It's a very nice, it's set at a very nice price point. Ngayon mapapapili ka ngayon whether you like the parang yung CZ na platform, yung CZ style na may medyo low bore yung axis, or would you go for a more modern na hindi naman modern pero yung more yung new na model nila. Anyway, so other stuff that were sold there, other products that I like, yung you know those ammo cans or ammo containers nung mga, especially nung mga rifle rounds, yung all metal na parang yung military style, yan. They were selling that as well, somewhere around the 500 na price point. So very affordable talaga, very tempting. It just so happened that when I went there, There are some products that are cash basis, kaya wala tayong cash. Kaya hanggang ano lang tayo, hanggang tingin lang. Yan. Pero had it been, had they accepted other payment methods, ayun, sayang. Hopefully next time I'll be more prepared. So to yan, tas I'll share yung whatever stuff that I buy. Lately I'm more of the accessory guy na lang. I'm still waiting for although I'm a type 2 license holder, which allows me to purchase up to 5 firearms. Yan, I am looking towards yung certain specific models na lang. Yan, kasi I don't want to go through those yung the process of selling firearms. Like for example, if I already reached 5 firearms, or if I realized na I don't like this firearm anymore, then I'll have to sell it, transfer of registration, ownership, and I don't like to go through that process na. That's why I'm very picky na when in terms of buying the firearms that in terms of buying firearms. Ayan, ano pa? So in terms of accessories, they have a lot: holsters, gun cases, ammo cases. If you have scratched your firearm, they have a touch-up pen. So it basically looks like a pentel pen, but the ink is more on the I don't know what they call the ink, but it just looks like a pentel pen. But if you are more of the DIY guy, they have the actual what do you call that, perma blue color. If it's not just a simple scratch and you want to, let's say, color the entire thing or a bigger portion of your firearm. Yan. What else do we have here? So for those who just joined, good evening to you guys. Ayun, caliber kit, carbine conversion kits. Carbine conversion kits are kits that convert your gun into a carbine. To put it simply, if you own a pistol and you want to convert it into a carbine, there's this kit where you put the gun, and then it will improve the the shooting experience, because it will now have a buttstock. You can also accessorize it further, because the carbine kit comes with accessory rails, so you can put sights, flip up sights, red dot, holo sights. What else? Bayonet. I'm not sure with the bayonet, but the thing is about carbine kits, carbine conversion kits, they're in terms of pricing, so they're a bit in the 20K range. You may see carbine kits around 5,000, 8,000. That's probably for airsoft. You may be wondering, will airsoft accessories work on a real steel pistol? Personally, I would not recommend it, because the ingredients, the material that was used to build the carbine kit for airsoft and for real steel may be different, and with a firearm, sometimes it has a sometimes it spits fire, and if the plastic of the carbine kit is not strong enough to hold, it's not strong enough, then it would probably melt the barrel area, or maybe it might result to cracks. So I would not recommend it, but I'm not saying it will not hold up. I'm just saying that I would not recommend it. If you that's the thing with firearms. If you decide to purchase one, then you should also prepare yourself with regards to the other cost of accessorizing. So if you want to accessorize it right. Because when the time comes, when you need to actually use it in a defensive situation, and your accessories does not live up to the standards of a real steel or a defensive situation, then it might break down when you need it the most. Nax. Parang ano talaga, parang pro. Pero totoo yun. Yun nga, baka bumigay siya kung kailan mo gagamitin, yung talagang, yung life, let's say, wag naman sana, di ba? Life and death. Tapos, hindi legit yung mga accessories na gamit mo, ayun, it is likely to fail. So I'm not just talking about yung carbine conversion kits, I'm also talking about yung other accessories like yung red dot, laser pointer, flashlight, and those other accessories that you put in the firearm. So kapag real steel gamit mo, real steel accessories ang gamitin mo. If it's airsoft, you may use airsoft yung accessories. Probably if 1:1 naman ang ratio ng ng real steel tsaka airsoft for the most part. So you may use real steel accessories sa airsoft parts. At least yon mas mas matibay, and you can shoot with confidence talaga. Yan. What are those carbine conversion kits that I saw? There's the Capos. There is the first Ronnie conversion kit. What I was hoping to see there was the Kidon. Ayan, Kidon is another carbine conversion kit. It means tip of the spear, kung tama yung ko. Most of the carbine conversion kits accommodate Glock and yung mga polymer na platform. There are a few that accepts 1911, pero yung single stack, not the double stack. You will see kasi na when you look inside the carbine conversion kit, very narrow siya. So hindi siya it's not like one size fits all. There are certain models lang that it can accommodate. Ayan, single stack tsaka double stack. So how can you tell? First, yung naming convention niya. Pag nakita mong HC, it means high cap. If nakalagay SS, it means single stack. If it says A1, or let's just say, kapag nakalagay A2, high cap yon. If it doesn't say A2, then hindi siya high cap. Physically, just look at the magazine feeding area of the pistol. If it's bigger, medyo square shape siya, so that's high cap. If it's rectangular in shapes or medyo narrow yung magazine feeding area niya, it is single stack. If you hold the pistol, syempre if it's double stack, medyo mas mataba yung magazine. So when you grip it, you can really feel na medyo mataba siya. That's double stack. If it's single stack, medyo manipis yung yung grip area. You can really grip it with one arm or one hand. Then that's single stack. Method of operation naman same kasi. They are both single action. They are both hammer fired. Kaya in terms of parts and how it works, same lang siya. So nasa lang talaga, nasa dimensions and the weight, of course. If you are carrying a high cap, it's heavier. Kasi imagine mo 8-rounder versus a 13-rounder or 14-rounder. Siyempre may weight rin. Yung weight of the bullet also has a say sa bigat. In terms of recoil management nga, because the heavier pistol has an advantage over a lighter pistol. Pero yun nga, having a heavier pistol rin has its challenges. So kailangan medyo muscle ka, kasi if it's a heavy pistol, medyo ngalay ang mo naman. Pero if you are used to steel pistols, gym ka naman lagi, muscle ka naman. Hindi naman siguro magiging issue yan. And yung proper siguro another is in terms of weight, yung managing the weight of the pistol, yung proper operation, proper presentation of the pistol, yan. May say rin yun, yung tamang paghawak, tamang yung when you're pointing, yung position ng mo, yung arms mo, yan. May mga biomechanics na nagaganap diyan. Okay. Yan, speaking of accessories, yan, nagva-vary talaga. Merong grips as well. Yan, ang dami. Yung conventional na grip ng 1911 is wood, but there are, I don't know the term, polycarbonate ba or what have you, fiberglass ba yan? Ayan. Anyway, G10 yan. Yan ang common na niya. Kung hindi naman wood, G10 na grips. If you can afford, siguro, ayan, another tip when you're buying, if you can afford yung a dressed up na gun na firearm, go for that. Kesa yung you will start with a pistol at a low price point tapos bibihisan mo. Ayan. The challenges with that one would be fitment. There are times wherein when you buy a particular part, hindi siya fit or it does not fit snugly. So you need to make liha a bit, yung i-dremel mo pa siya, or if you have the money, ipapaano mo talaga siya, ipapa-gunsmith mo pa. Not all parts are drop-in na pagkabili mo salpak lang, hindi. So if you can afford a pistol that has all the things you want, then I would recommend na yun na yung i-aim mo. It's more expensive, but in the long run, it's more worth it because less hassle. I remember someone who bought a pistol around 30K. Tapos when he upon buying the pistol, he immediately sent it to the gunsmith to have it modified to his preferences. And the ending is this is more of just bad luck, I guess. In one of the competitions, yung di ba yung bullet, nagpang-abot yung first shot tsaka yung second shot niya. And then, so yung contact happened sa barrel. So imagine nyo yung first bullet, tapos yung second bullet fired, nagpang-abot inside the barrel. It didn't really exploded, but if you look inside the barrel, you can really see parang may kanal na paikot. Yan. Sa barrel kasi meron tinatawag na parang rifling. So parang meron siyang kanal sa loob ng barrel, pero parang spiral siya. So that parang pinipektos kasi yung bullet para yung flight niya is straight, ideally straight. Ngayon, nung sumabog siya sa loob, or yun nga, nagkaroon ng contact sa loob, nagkaroon ng circular na parang kanal. Kaya yung parang rifling niya na parang naputol. Kaya it will affect na yung accuracy. So yan, it could have been parang yun nga, pwedeng malasium lang or pwedeng pwedeng operator error kasi sometimes you can tell kapag ganun yung situation. Kasi 'di ba, when you fire a pistol, 'di ba puputok yan ng malakas eh. So kapag medyo supot yung sound, kailangan i-check mo na muna kasi yun nga, those things can happen na baka na-stuck yung bullet sa gitna for some reason tapos finalo up mo pa ng isang bala. Ayun. So it's an expensive mistake. Kaya yun, sayang lang. Ako so just like any other user, when you buy a firearm, syempre break in muna. So that if there are any issues, you can identify it and then have it fixed muna by the company, by the dealer, bago natin kung ano yung i-update. Ayan, I'm guilty of that naman, pero sa kotse, yan. Pero yun, that's a different story. Ayan, so tuloy natin. Ano pa ba meron tayo dito? Ito, chill na chill tong bandang to pero they have this, yung cover nila ng about a girl. medyo nadali sila doon. daming meme na lumabas. Yan. Pero like na like ko tong song nilang to. Super cool. Everything's so blurry, and everyone's so fake, and everybody's empty, and everything is so messed up. Preoccupied without you, I cannot live at all. My whole world surrounds you, I stumble then I crawl. You could be my someone, you could be my scene. You know that I'll protect you from all of the obscene. I wonder what you're doing, imagine where you are. There's oceans in between us, but that's not very far. Can you take it all away? Can you take it all away? Well, you shoved it in my face, pain you gave to me. Take it all away. Can you take it all away? Well, you shoved it in my face. Everyone is changing, there's no one left that's real. So make up your own ending and let me know just how you feel. 'Cause I am lost without you, I cannot live at all. My whole world surrounds you, I stumble then I crawl. You could be my someone, you could be my scene. You know that I will save you from all of the unclean. I wonder what you're doing, wonder where you are. There's oceans in between us, 'cause that's not very far. Can you take it all away? Can you take it all away? Well, you shoved it in my face, this pain you gave to me. Can you take it all away? Take it all away. Well, you shoved it in my face, this pain you gave to me. Nobody told me what you thought, nobody told me what to say. Everyone showed you where to turn, told you when to run away. Nobody told you where to hide, nobody told you what to say. Everyone showed you where to turn, showed you when to run away. Can you take it all away? Can you take it all away? Well, you shoved it in my face, this pain you gave to me. Can you take it all away? Can you take it all away? Well, you shoved it in my face, pain you gave to me. Nice one. Very nice song. Gusto ko yun yung ano eh. When you play it sa acoustic kasi yung you do not actually parang step on the strings. Parang ano lang siya na parang parang hina-harmonic mo lang siya. Tapos sa acoustic kasi meron parang yung pasupot-supot siya, parang muted siya. Kaya it sounds very cool kapag yung done consistently. Ayun, yun nga. Isa pa nga. Yan, John Mayer. And walk along and sing. Hindi pala, iba pala yun. Joke lang. Hello, I've waited here for you Everlong. Tonight I throw myself into out of her head she sang do 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 do. Come down and waste away with me, down with me. Slow how you wanted it to be. Over my head, out of her head she sang. And I wonder, when I sing along with you, if everything could ever feel this real forever. If anything could ever be this good again. Only thing I'll ever ask of you, you gotta promise not to stop when I say, when she sang. Sarap! Breathe out so I could breathe you in, hold you in. And now I know you've always been out of your head, out of my head I sang. And I wonder, when I sing along with you, everything could ever be this real forever. If anything could ever be this good again. The only thing I'll ever ask of you, you gotta promise not to stop when I say, when she sang. And for those who are still online, maraming salamat. I'll be posting this rin sa YouTube para may content, power content tayo. You can still peruse, be up to speed with the Sarsicle TV. And I wonder, everything could ever feel this real forever. If anything could ever be this good again. The only thing I'll ever ask of you, you gotta promise not to stop when I say, when. Proceed. So earlier I talked about the map pistol. MAP is one of the actually it is a CZ clone. The thing is about the CZ clone, yung pinaka talaga niya selling point is the low bore axis. So just imagine yung parang barrel is very low, very close na sa yung sa dito na, or it's way down sa inside sa frame ng firearm. By having that configuration, syempre yung travel ng force, yung mas mababa, mas malapit sa kamay mo, yung maganda yung travel niya. In essence, it allows yung recoil to be talagang yung transfer niya mas suwabe, hindi na pupunta lang dito kasi pag medyo matas yung barrel mo, syempre pag pumutok siya, ang tendency gaganyan talaga medyo magano dito. Andito talaga yung tension. Whereas kapag medyo mababa yung barrel mo, so yung force, yung push, yung parang mas suwabe sa kamay. Kaya nga given yung proper yung yung presentation mo ng firearm, mas manageable talaga yung recoil. Kaya in terms of kunyari yung pag accuracy wise, yan yung mga yung CZ and yung firearm na may low bore axis, yan yung talagang mga accurate. The other pistols nasa gumagamit na lang talaga. Pero if it's the same shooter using yung mga different platforms, talagang para sa akin ang magpe-prevail talaga yan yung mga CZ and yung mga clones. An accessory that caught my attention is yung what I would call a fun stick. Fun stick kasi fun siya. Yan. Anyway, yung 1911 kasi diba I talked about 1911 being single stack, it can accommodate yun nga. Of yung mga yung standard is 8 rounds. Pero yun nga, there are products that came out which allows more than 8 rounds. Ayan, meron yung tinatawag nila na Pro Mag. So yung magazine, yung parang pinaka base plate niya, yung nasa baba is longer than usual. So that allows yung spring kapag yung pag may yung spring to be parang may space pa siya to accommodate additional rounds. And that makes yung pistol mo from 8 rounds capacity to 10 round capacity. Plus 1 mo pa yan when you put a round inside the chamber. Yung fun stick na sinasabi ko is super extended kasi it will allow up to 15 rounds. Aesthetically pangit siyang tignan kasi imagine mo yung pistol mo tapos yung magazine mo pagkahaba-haba pa dito. Pero yun nga, in terms of shooting experience, mas masaya kasi 'di ba you don't have to put rounds in between. Kumbaga 15 rounds dire-diretso i-dump mo 'yan, mas masaya ipatok. Ayan. Ayun nga, and in terms of utility, 'di ba yung use niya in a defensive situation, kunyari ang kalaban mo zombie, hindi mo alam na sa ulo dapat tinatamaan or hindi ka asintado, at least you have 15 rounds. Di ba? Paulanan mo na lang ng bala. Ayan. Paano daw pag naubos yung bala sa magazine mo tapos wala kang extra mag? E di pampukpok mo yung baril, di ba? I-pistol whip mo. Ayan. So for those who just joined, good evening. Yun nga, yung topic ko lang, I'm sharing with you yung recently held na Bodega sale sa ARMSCOR. Ano yung naging experience ko? What are those products that I liked? So hindi lang pistol yung dyan, yung mga accessories yan. For those who are single stack owners, ayan, marami sa inyo, I'm pretty sure, who are looking for yung tinatawag natin na extended na magazine, yung 15 rounder. There was a branch there that sold yung extended magazine. So for those na nanghihinayang, there are Bodega sales in the future, and I heard that there will be one in November. This November na ba? Hindi pa. Monday, November 1, next month. We just wait for the announcement and hopefully that it's still there, it's still available. Kasi if there is someone na kasi when I asked them, they only had like 5 in stock. Eh kung may pumakyaw nun, hassle, di ba? There was only one branch that sold the 15-round single stack magazine. I checked each and every tent, nagtanong talaga ako, and yan, they own. Hopefully they have in stock or new stock, hopefully, kung if ever na ubos na when the next bodega sale comes, because I really intend on getting my hands on them. They do not accept credit card for on that day. Yeah, sayang I wasn't able to buy. Ano pa ba? If you are looking for a pistol, ayan, or a firearm, or something defensive sa bahay nyo, you may consider a firearm. Tapos, it's not always 45 is not always the best choice. When we say 45, we are talking caliber, not the firearm. Kasi, di ba yung sa pelikula, we always hear 45. 45 refers to the caliber or yung laki ng bala. Yung unit, yung barrel na ginamit is known as the 1911 or M1911 sa military. Ayan. The 45 kasi siguro yun nga, it has the notion na it has a what you call knockdown power. They say na pag tinamaan ng isa, di ka na makakabangon, sabi. Pero kasi I haven't experienced it eh. Ayan, kapag na-experience nyo or gusto nyo ma-experience, wag naman, di ba? Ayan, let me know kung if you had experience getting shot by a 45. Pero yun yung sabi nga, kasi because it's a big caliber, it travels slow rin because it's big and it's heavy. Siyempre, yung velocity niya mas mabagal. Kaya I think it's not meant to really penetrate but more of transferring energy from the bullet to the target. Kaya hence the yung sinasabi nilang knockdown. For other calibers, 'di ba? For example, yung sabihin natin example lang 9mm. And generally speaking lang kasi merong mga ibang configuration ang mga bale. So I'm just speaking in general terms. So it's not really purely or 100% science, but more of an observation. So yung 9mm is smaller. Magtataka kayo, bakit 45 tsaka 9mm pinagkaiba? Kasi yung pag sinabi mong 45, in inches yun. Yung 9mm in metric. Kaya kung i-convert mo yung 9mm into inches, somewhere around 0.38 rin yata yun eh. Yun. But anyway, going back, yung 9mm naman, sabihin na natin, mas lighter kasi yung bala niya, hence, yung travel niya mas mabilis kumpara sa 45. So yung intention naman nun, in my opinion, is more of penetration. Yung tatagos siya sa, depende sa target. Again, depende sa target, tapos depende rin sa type of bullet. Pero kunyari same type of bullet, sabihin natin full metal jacket. So it's more likely to penetrate. But then again, there are a lot of factors. So I'm just speaking from a general perspective. Ayun, another pistol that was there. Ayan, I'm actually watching the video as I talk to you dito sa video natin, dito sa live stream. The Ruger pistol, LCP? LC9. Ano ba tawag doon? Sorry, LCP, chambered in 380. So, very small pistol. Parang siyang yung baril ni James Bond. Ayan. So, when you purchase a pistol or a firearm, ayan, unang-una, syempre, budget. Okay? Huwag ka na mangarap ng mga mamahaling baril kung hindi naman pwedeng mangarap, di ba? Pero huwag ka nang pumili kung hindi mo naman afford. Huwag mo ipilit, di ba? Kasi syempre, there are also expenses that will follow. Yung cost does not end in purchasing the firearm. Siyempre, may maintenance yan, may accessories pa yan. Yan. You will realize kasi what it's lacking as time flies, as you use the pistol, you will realize na mas okay siya pag may ganito, mas maganda siya pag may ganyan, or if I have it gunsmithed, if I send it to the gunsmith and have it fixed, or ipapalitan ko yung trigger or what have you. So yun, check natin yung budget. How much are we willing to spend for the firearm? The next consideration, ito siguro not in any particular order na. What will you use it for? Would you use it as a display lang sa bahay? Ayan, di ba? Airsoft na lang bili mo, wag nang ano. If you do you plan it to so is it for a defensive kunyari home defense? Kunyari maraming parang uso ang trending sa inyo ang di ba yung pinapasok yung bahay, or you don't feel safe, sabihin na natin kunyari mababa yung bakod nyo or what have you, gusto nyo lang you want an added peace of mind. Ayan may nagising yung aking baby. Pot di ba nakinig? Ayan, anyway, yung the purpose or the purpose. Next would be yung I would also consider yung yung physical yung muscle sa katawan ko. De joke lang. Yun nga yung make and model or yung construction nung of course if you go for a steel firearm, mas mabigat, di ba? If ang question is, can you physically wield the firearm? Di ba? Sabi nila, ang daming mahilig sa mga 45, o Magnum, di ba? Yung mga yung lang yung when you hear the chamber or when you hear the name, it has that yung it strikes fear na, di ba? Pero ang question, can you wield it? Di ba? Siyempre yung mga high caliber firearms are not easy to shoot rin. It's not as pleasant as it is to shoot unless you are acclimated to it or if you are familiar with it, na you're acquainted with it, and you have let's say physically or you have that what do you call that, yung parang yung skill, you know how to properly handle it, then yeah, go ahead. Pero kung syempre if your frame is hindi naman sa di ba, may ganun talaga na kapag if it's a very powerful round tapos yung frame mo medyo and you cannot stand yung base mo, likely baka lumipad ka pag pinaputok mo yan. I'm just exaggerating, pero it's yun yung what I'm trying to point out is yung nga it may not fit the bill in terms of defense if you will be using it as a defensive tool. Kapag hunting naman, syempre yan, there are actual calibers that are meant for hunting. Tapos actual firearms. Pero yun, you also have to consider yung yung batas sa mga ganyan, kasi baka mamaya hunting might be illegal, or yung round na binili mo is not sufficient to give a what we call a humane kill. 'Di ba? Kasi syempre kung nagha-hunt ka halimbawa, kahit pa kung anong hayop yan, syempre may buhay yan. What you want is a one shoot one kill. Kasi pag yung kunyari binaril mo siya sa ulo tapos yung umiiyak pa, 'di ba, nakakaawa naman, 'di ba? Kaya ayan. So depende sa purpose. Pero kung most of us would probably say gusto ko yung yung all purpose. Ayan. Very tough question kapag sinabi mong all purpose. Siguro ako I would jump na muna sa yung what are the available calibers dito sa Pilipinas. Kasi yan, there are a lot of, you might buy a firearm na maganda, very pleasant to shoot and what have you, pero yung pala yung bala niya very scarce or very pricey. Yan. So it brings you back again sa cost kung may budget ka ba. Kasi yun, baka umuwi yan you might end up with a very nice firearm, very nice chamber, pero you do not have the ammunition or you cannot afford to buy sufficient ammo. By law, we are only allowed to keep 50 rounds. O, di ba? Yun yung ano doon. It's part of the RA for firearm possession. Common rounds would be 45, 9mm, 22 LR or 22 long rifle. 38, ayan, meron din. So some of us will opt to get what we call reloads. So when we say reloads, these are spent casings that have been refilled with gunpowder and another bullet. So parang ano siya, second life nung bala. You would notice some those who shoot firearms, they pick up the casing so that they can reuse it. So granted that there are no cracks, no dents, no deformities, it can still be reused technically. Although it's not advised. Kasi syempre, spent casing na siya. Physically, you might see there's nothing wrong with it, but we do not know the actual na structural integrity ng case. But because, you know us, di ba mga, it's a culture na ano tayo tipidation tayo so kung saan makakatipid doon tayo Ayan, that's another reason talaga why I like yung steel na firearm. Kasi nga, syempre, pag polymer and you use reloads, andun talaga very high risk na if the casing or if the reload does not work well, biglang sumabog yan sa loob ng firearm mo, malamang may crack yung ano mo, yung magkaka-crack yung frame niya or yung kung ano yung part na hindi steel. Unlike pag steel, it has a better chance of surviving. Ayan. If you can afford yung new na ammunition, then go for new ammunition. Bigay nyo na lang sa akin yung casing, bigay ko sa inyo address ko. Pero yun nga, if you are more of a let's say a practice shooter, yun ba, yung pumupunta ka lagi sa range, yan, that's your friend. Reloads are your friend. Siguro yung ano lang, look for a reputable gun store and you stick with them. Sa kanila lang kayo magpa-reload, wag kung saan-saan. Para andun yung ano talaga, yung trust na and confidence na even if it's a reload, it will work fine. Price-wise, ano ba pinagkaiba na ano? How much is a reload? How much is a new ammunition? Ang isang bagong ano, let's say 45, isang bagong bala ng 45, somewhere around 20 pesos yan. 20-25 pesos, depende sa brand. If it's a reload, so you're actually paying lang for the gunpowder, tapos yung bullet, and yung parang labor. And it's around 8.50 to 9 pesos. So it's about an 11 peso difference, 10 to 11 peso difference. So multiply that by, syempre, kung ilan ang pinuputok mo sa range, let's say 50 bitin yon. So let's just say mga 100 rounds. Yan, mga ano na yun, okay na yun. 100 times 10 pesos, yun yung natipid mo. If you use reloads. But of course, risk-wise, yan, medyo exponentiated din siya. Medyo mas mataas ang risk when you use a reload over a new ammunition. Although sa bagong ammunition din, pero it's not, hindi naman ganun kataas, pero there is once in a while, yun syempre, yung mga bad rounds, not necessarily exploding sa chamber, but yung ako I would call it yung parang support, yung when you fire the trigger, it's not gonna actually fire the bullet. So parang siguro may tagas yung hindi maganda yung pagkaka-fit ng bullet. Ayan. When I was looking around, lipat tayong topic. I saw the model of I saw my actual firearm then on sale. Same model, pero yung price, ayan. My firearm is a 1911 Medallion Tactical. Yung Medallion kasi is one of their, parang nasa higher end yon. Pero maraming models. And yung akin is probably second from the lowest. Pero it's a decent, I would say that it's a decent 1911. Kasi out of the box, it shoots fine, it feeds well. Siguro yung second na sali ko sa competition yan, nanalo na ako ng trophy. Pero it's more of it's more of a user error. Parang hindi pa ako marunong nun kung ano ba dapat, kailangan ba mabilis or kailangan accurate or paano ba diskarte, parang ganun. Kaya hindi ako nanalo sa first time kong jumoin. Pero yung second and onwards, yan, lagi na tayong may nauuwi na trophy. Ayan, anyway, price-wise, yung when I bought it, ang regular price niya around 43K. Pero the sale price is somewhere out there. Somewhere around mga 30. Yan, mga nasa ganung price point. Yung price point niya ngayon, that was in 2014, mga ganun. Ngayon, 2021, its sale price is somewhere around, I think 26 or 29, parang ganon. Just check the video, nasa YouTube naman yung new 2021 ARMSCOR Bodega sale. Nasa ganong price siya. So as you can see, within a span of 7 years, so just yung parang naging niya, ang laki, significant na rin yung naging bawas. Yung age kasi, ako personally, it's not really a factor unless you can see physical na na issues, corrosion, 'di ba? Yung paint kung yung niya, yung finish niya kung medyo kupas ng konti, it's not a big deal sa akin as long as pumuputok siya, 'di ba? As long as it cycles properly, all good para sa akin 'yon. Kaya 'yon. Anyway, nakakatuwa lang to see yung yung ganung product line is still there. Once maubos yung medallion series, it's gonna be, I can see it as a collectible piece rin if you are looking for an ARMSCOR na ARMSCOR na pistol. But that's my opinion, di ba? Pwedeng hindi, pwedeng walang kwenta, walang halaga. But ayan, again, personally yung experience ko with medallion series, very pleasant, very nice to shoot. Tapos yun nga, very reliable, it really gave me the confidence that I need sa pagpa-fire. I have a video rin yun. If you have the chance to peruse YouTube, andun rin yung parang yung compilation ng yung mga trophies na napanalunan ko, tapos yung mga competition na sinalihan ko. So I think it's within a span of 3 years. Kasi sa loob ng isang year, siguro sinasalihan ko 3, 4 na competition. Ayan. Kaya naipapanalo naman natin, nairaraos naman natin ng slight. So yung mga championships natin, yan, championships. Yan, natin siya. Anong tawag doon? Na-retain natin, na-defend natin. And personally, I believe that you can only call yourself a champion once you are able to defend it. Siyempre, pag one time ka lang nanalo, tapos next na competition mo, hindi mo naman na-defend. Ano lang yon, parang baka tama nga yung sinabi nila na baka chamba lang. Kaya ako, when it comes to the competition, yung first, once you win, okay, di ba, happy. Pero yung second, the pressure is on kasi you really need to put some effort to defend your title. Para nandun talaga yung recognition na you are, if not the best, you are one of those na nasa top tier na shooters. Ayan. So, we're almost done. Gano'ng katagal na ba tayo online? Wow! Over an hour na pala tayo. So, konti na lang. Let's probably cap this with one last song. If you have the chance, please visit yung channel natin sa YouTube. For those who are already subscribers of my YouTube channel, Sarsicle's TV, maraming salamat sa suporta. So hopefully before the end of the year we hit the 2,000 subscriber mark. Currently we're at 1,600 something. So mga ilang hundreds na lang yan, konting tumbling na lang. Siguro pag nagpakita ako ng konting laman. Then biro lang, hindi ko gagawin yun. Anyway, let's cap the night with one last song, and hopefully you could join me next time for another topic. I guess yung magpa-product review naman tayo. So anyway, maraming salamat for those who dropped by. I've seen several friends. I forgot, usually kasi when I go live, I use my yung Facebook page, the Sarsi Story, and I think I went live using yung profile ko. But anyway, same, potato, patato. So greetings na lang for those who dropped by. Si Kavi, si Kavi, co-worker ko to sa freelancer. Si Charmy, batchmate ko yan. Si paring Raymond, sa Saitel. Si Rish, co-worker dito, sa present work ko. Ferdy, ayan, ama, sa ka-schoolmate. Maring si Mare. Maring Larny. Si Richie. Hi Richie. Richie is my co-worker din sa Saitel dati. Cool dude. And currently working as a frontliner nga pala, no? So Richie, maraming salamat for your service. Si Mix. Ba't ganun? Kasi yung parang feed ng messages ang malikot. Ito Chinese yung character eh. Tapos Tasmanian Devil yung excuse me, yung avatar. So hindi ko si Dan, ayan. Dami kong Saitel friends dito at saka mga schoolmates. Ayan, si Royce, si Mark, Ronald. Pag nag-scroll talaga, bumabalik sa taas. Si Sir Jonard, si Gian, si Vinny, babe. Hope you're having a good time. Ayan, anyway, condolence pops. Ayan, last song na, tapos tulog na. Ay, hindi pa ako matutulog. Magano pa ako. I will Netflixing. Medyo muna tayo, doggy. But for now, one last song na lang. Pagbigyan nyo na ako. Ayan. Konting ads muna. Pero i-mute natin to. Hindi tayo bayad para mag-play ng ads. Love you, babe. Ito, kiss kita. Yan. Lapit na ako lumipat pa sa area niyo. Message kita. Sometimes I feel like I don't have a partner. Sometimes I feel like my only friend is the city I live in, the city of angels. Lonely as I am, together we cry. Tropang South, yes. I drive on her streets 'cause she's my companion. I walk through her hills 'cause she knows who I am. She sees my good deeds and she kisses me windy. I never worry, now that is a lie. I don't ever wanna feel like I did that day. Take me to the place I love. Take me all the way. I don't ever wanna feel like I did that day. Take me to the place I love. Take me all the way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is Posh, my boy. It's hard to believe that there's nobody out there. It's hard to believe that I'm all alone. At least I have her love, the city she loves me. Lonely as I am, together we cry. I don't ever wanna feel like I did that day. Take me to the place I love. Take me all the way. I don't ever wanna feel like I did that day. Take me to the place I love. Take me all the way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh no, no, no. Yeah, yeah. Love me. Yeah, yeah. Under the bridge downtown is where I drew some blood. Under the bridge downtown, I could not get enough. Under the bridge downtown, forgot about my love. Under the bridge downtown, I gave my life away. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh no, no, no. Yeah, yeah. Oh no, I said, oh yeah, yeah. One time. Yes, sir. 12:09. Tulog na tayo. Tulog na kayo. Ako, I watch Netflix. Good night, everyone. Maraming salamat. I'll see you next time. Don't forget to visit Sarsicle TV, my official YouTube channel. Peace!